Hey, this is Anthony here at Terra Fruitus. Short video on why raw vegans become adamant cooked enthusiasts, or going back to the starch solution ideas from Dr. John McDougall, and even Dr. John McDougall's approach on why he believes it's not as easily sustainable or possible to live on a raw food diet, especially one based on fruits. And one of the things I can share with my own experiences is that it is easier to eat cooked foods. It's easier to do something conditioned. That's something that we've been programmed to believe is easier. It's just gonna be easier because it's easy to smoke a cigarette. It's easy to drink some alcohol. It's very easy to do all those things that we've been conditioned to do if we have been doing them. If you haven't been smoking and drinking all your life, and then you go start taking your first puff, you're going to have an immediate reaction. Same with the alcohol and some foods, cooked foods especially. If you've eaten only raw foods, and then you reintroduce cooked foods into your health, it's going to affect it negatively. It's always affecting you negatively. So the reason why someone may want to be a big spokesperson for going back on the starch solution and things that may not be the best of health, well, it's pretty simple. A drug addict likes more drug addicts. Is cooked food a drug? Well, define drug. Define it for yourself. Look up any kind of idea you want. Simple definition that I've read is any substance that's not necessary into the body that creates a physiological effect. That's a simple term in very layman's term. It's anything that could offer a toxic effect on the body, could alter it in a way that's not the most pleasurable or desired effect, as far as raising your own standards. Lowering your standards, people can say that's a drug. So why is it important to stress this right now? Is because it makes no sense. If someone is trying to encourage themselves, encourage others to try to live a life with less cooked foods or with no cooked foods, why bash it? Why attack someone for doing that? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If someone wants to eat cooked food, that's fine. Don't make a big deal about it. That's their agenda. That's your agenda if that's what you want to do. So why attack someone for wanting to be there? Why call a whole group of people elitists and section them out just because they do not want to eat cooked foods? It doesn't make sense. So I thought about it. It's also a lot of these YouTube personalities, their income is based on numbers. You're going to reach a lot greater number by first starting controversy, by drama, exaggerating, and it's money. It's all a question about money. So when someone is on a YouTube video, like myself right now at this moment, but I don't have the amount of subscribers or viewers and so forth, that's less my desire than some others. And it's cool that that's their desire. That's a great source of income and that's what they want to do. That's wonderful. But that is their drive. Their drive is to get higher numbers. They want to start conflicts, controversies, arguments, fights, division. That's what drives a lot of the current world economy. Divisions, fighting, war. So you got to take a breath and take a step back and wonder, well, is this person that I'm watching, this person right now, are they looking for ways to divide people? Are they looking for ways to unite people? Are they looking for a way for me to have a struggle? Are they encouraging me to live a life with higher standards? That's something to consider. And if it's not the case, then maybe we may need to change the channel, change our approach, change what we input, what we receive, in the form of communication, education, information, alters the way we see things. It affects us greatly, just as much as making the decision of either eating a donut or eating an apple. Are we watching junk TV, junk information? And I'm not knocking someone's approach such as the starch solution and so forth, but it definitely troubles me when Dr. John McDougall or any of his apostles or disciples, whatever, are preaching that method and discounting the method of a raw vegan, raw plant-based, whole foods, that doesn't make any sense to me. When you cook food, you add toxicity to it, period, hands down. And it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. You got to take a look back, like, what is it in for you? What are you gaining out of this? And of course, his income is based on his approach, on his therapy, and his book, everything like that. So always understand that when we put a video like I'm putting out right now, there's an agenda. My agenda is just to raise the topic, the subject, why? Ask that question, why is this person saying these things? What's their motivation? And based on that, what is my motivation to continue watching this information? That's pretty simple. Easier to compromise. And finally, they justify destructive behavior. It's not really crazy to think that, as an example, a cooked-based diet, such as starches and grains and so forth, they are very destructive. Many times they go hand in hand with the animal agriculture industry. Fruit-based eating, less destructive. Now, is it completely not destructive? No, that's not true. There's going to be some destructive means to get to that end. But here at Terra Frutis, as an example, we're planting trees consistently. Every day we're planting trees. And there's going to be other places. And you can plant a tree yourself. I encourage anyone to be watching this. If you're going to consider yourself a vegan and you're not planting trees, that's challenging. Because you're depending on a system that's very destructive. To yourself, the environment, all the animals that you seem to care about. So that's another thing. When you're eating grains, you're supporting the animal industry. You seriously are. Even if you are vegan, you have to think about it. If you're eating wheat, corn, soy, rice, a lot of these products, majority of these products are being used to feed animals. Think about that for a moment. You're contributing to all that negative stuff that you don't want to contribute to. So what better way to do it, to become a vegan or become less destructive, than to go towards raw veganism or to go to fruitarianism? This isn't a plea to do this and do that, but consider these options. You deserve the highest standards, so why not start living them? And why not start being the example and encouraging others? You're very beautiful. I may never meet you. I may meet you in my life sometime, but please see yourself as being a very beautiful, precious gift, and even your body like a precious child. Would you put anything into the child that could cause harm? And if you start considering this way, hopefully you'll make a decision that's best for you. Thank you very much.